What's up, everybody? It's your boy JD back again with another video. You guys know what time it is. It's time to hop back into the Extra Academy Survival Guide. So we're about to go and get into it, see what's in store for us today. But before we do, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. We'll take support any further. Patreon link is in the description below. Also, join the Otaku Game membership and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video or go live on each channel. So let's go and get into it, man. So Bay lives. That's what's most important here. That is what's most important. By the way, what is it that made Yen lose control? I have a theory. I caught a glimpse of Yen's room once. Every one of those items was a sign of sincere appreciation. So somebody, damn, that's a lot of letters, I'm assuming. But despite how large her desk was, there was no space for her to place even a book or two. The writing pinned to the wall weighed her down like massive boundaries. It would have been easy to avoid this way. All she had to do was take down the notes on the wall and put the gifts on her desk in a corner. But the root of Yen's misery was the fact that she was like an innocent girl from a fairy tale who could never do such a thing. Yen tried obsessively to repay everyone's appreciation and meet their high expectations by doing her very best. It's obvious just how reckless that was. The darkness inside of her was enough for Velspur to take hold, and it was only a matter of time until Yen would succumb to it and lose control. However, why did all of this happen a month before it should have? Joint combat training. Taylor was supposed to be the one praised for his victory in this scene. But because Lucy took him out in one blow, everyone ended up becoming fans of Yen instead. The reason Taylor lost so completely to Lucy was because she made a contract with Merilda. And she was able to do so because she visited the northern forest so often. The reason for that, in turn, was because she had found a perfect spot to nap. And the person who had provided that spot, right, you, happened to be someone who was supposed to have left the academy at the start of Act 1. I get why Lucy was napping in there. It was nice and cozy, though I didn't expect anyone to find me so easily. It seemed like the others forgot about me amidst all the chaos. I'm a little hurt. I ran amok on such a grand stage, but now that it's over, no one cares anymore. I thought they might come and look for me at least a little. I mean, it is your own fault for hiding in there. I guess I can't deny that. I didn't expect anyone to find me this quickly. I wanted to stay in there for a while. Why? Because I wanted to bawl my eyes out. You better hold her while she cries. You bastard. It's asking you to save Yen in the future. The Spirit Wolf's request. Had almost sounded like it wanted me to keep this from happening to Yen, but there's no way. I'm the only one here who knows the future. I'm sure the wolf just figured that the person who didn't seem to care about Yen when everyone else was fawning over her might actually be someone she could lean on. In the end, Yen failed. She had been trying to make a contract with another high-ranking spirit, but because she was too careless with her summoning, she ended up being consumed by a dark spirit and destroying the education district. She had studied it day and night to improve her magic, had always met her family, fellow students and teachers, and their sincere encouragements with a smile, and had tried her very best to meet their expectations when no one was looking. Each step of her journey was beautiful because of how much effort she put in, and so, paradoxically, even her failure was beautiful. Hey Yen, I'm not sure how comforting my words will be, but you did great. Yen did do great. As the main characters walked out onto the stage, they were met with applause. But backstage, everything was quiet and dark. The protagonist's every move overshadow what happened to the final boss of Act 1. You go ahead and cry, girl. I've replayed Act 1 countless times. Oh, but it wasn't until today. Oh, that he saw the spirits? I wasn't able to see them before. He saw us. Bro, we knew she had a lot of spirits, but jeez, that's a lot, bro. That is a hell of a lot. Poor Yen, man. That I felt like I got a proper ending for it. Yeah, it's at level 10. A low-ranking fire spirit, Elgo, shows interest in you. A low-ranking wind spirit, Dry, shows interest in you. A high-ranking wind spirit, Marilda, shows great interest in you. So we're going after the high-ranking spirit, correct? It's been 10 days since Yen's disciplinary hearing. Yen pleaded guilty to everything and stated that she would accept any punishment they thought appropriate. However, everybody was like, do not punish her. Even during the first round of the hearing, all of Yen's friends and supervising professors stood up in her defense. In the second round, Penny had declared that the palace would not be charging Yen with an attempt against the life of a member of the imperial family, and testified that Yen had been mind-controlled by Velsper and had therefore not intended for any of this to happen. Lordo stepped in when it came to the costs incurred by the destruction of the campus buildings. I'm assuming the Elt, wasn't it like the elite company? Or was it really the Elt? I can't remember. I think we only heard of that once. Whatever. The Elt company covered the reconstruction free of charge. In exchange, of course, for cutting in half the custom taxes charged by the academy for any school supplies sold there. In any case, as a result, Yen lost all financial support for being a top student and had to return all of her honorary rewards. Lost the right to live on Ophelis Hall starting next semester, and was given 10 days of probation and 20 days of suspension. But she avoided expulsion. It felt like the movie conclusion to a teen drama. So I'm guessing she's staying with us, because I don't think she really gonna have anywhere else to stay, right? I'm so glad. But Yen still seems down. It must be because she has so much on her mind. That means it's our turn to step in. So that means she can come and eat with y'all, right? Don't bring up the Glasgow incident, no matter what. And don't act like you feel sorry for her either. We won't bring up how she's feeling at all. We'll try to steer the conversation towards trivial gossip. We've got this. Are you ready, Anise? Ready, Clara. Let's do this, Yen. Why do you think there's such a big difference? I'm sorry, bro. Yen has to be the baddest girl in this series, bro. Thus far. I'm pretty sure we're gonna see some other people. Pretty sure we're gonna see some other people, but boy, they make Yen the best looking character in this series, boy. So what did she say? Why do you think there's such a big difference between liking someone and loving someone? Where's this coming from all of a sudden? This is about a friend of mine. Oh, we know who the friend is. The other day, she dreamed about her and Ned, I'm assuming, clearly. Hello. Yen. Bro, don't you F this up. Don't you F this up, Ed. This is your chance. This is your chance, bro. Don't you do this. Don't you act like Yen ain't the baddest girl in this series, bro. Don't you be like this. I made this for you, Ed. and she keeps having dreams like that. My friend, I mean. Yen, you're on probation for the past 10 days and weren't able to see anyone. Right, so what else did your friend tell you? They like, okay, it's you. Got you. Bet that up. She said that when she sits in the room and stares at the wall, his face keeps coming to mind. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I promised to help the assistant professor with something. A niece. She's like, I know she did not just leave me here by myself. I need to approach this matter slowly and carefully so that Yen's sensitive heart doesn't get hurt in any way. If I'm not careful, the whole academy will know about this in a heartbeat. Yen, in love, that gossip train will be unstoppable. Yen. Maybe this isn't as complicated as you think. Liking or disliking someone, feelings that are pretty hard to explain, right? You think so. Being true to your feelings is probably best for you. I mean, for your friend. Yeah, you're right. I know I can count on you, Clara. Also, you should be careful about bringing up delicate matters. It might make both you and your friend look bad if you talk about it too much. Oh, you're right about that too, Clara. I didn't even think about that. Stop the rumors from spreading. Thank you for listening to my dilemma. I should get back to Ophelis Hall to write my suspension report. Okay, I'll just sit here for a moment. I have some things to think about. She about to think about now, who the hell is this dude? Because I don't think Yen said Ed's name, but could totally be wrong. I did it, niece. Somehow, barely. In the past, I would have saved up every coin I had, but since I don't have to pay tuition next semester, thanks to Penny and putting in a good word for me, my boy bought a whole bunch of tools and supplies. I bought some tools with gold coins I was given. He like, what the hell is she doing here? Ed, don't you do it. I've been avoiding her for a while, but now that Act 1 is over and Yen is no longer the final boss. Hey Yen, is your probation over now? I guess it's fine to talk to her some more. Oh, yeah, hi Ed. Be true to my feelings. I have things to do back at Ophelis Hall. See you later. Bye. So much for that. The task was too difficult for Yen. Ed Rothstaylor, the terrible person who managed to drive away the kind-hearted Yen. I guess that's pretty amazing in a way. Alright, never mind that. I need to get busy too. It don't look like gold coins don't really get us too much. I would think gold coins would get us a good amount of stuff because this stuff doesn't necessarily look like it's a lot. But apparently, unless we just didn't spend like a crap all of our money, we just spent a little bit. It's finally time to build a cabin for myself. Day 1. I decided on where to build my cabin. I picked out a wide open space with shade that was out of the way and started flattening the ground. Day 3. Wait, what? Did we skip day 2? Oh, so we just went past day 2. Okay. Day 3. I began to gather lumber. So what did we do day 2? This went very smoothly, seeing that I had trained my one-slash attack so much. Day 6. As it was time for the end of the semester evaluations, I paused my construction for a bit. Okay, it looked like we got pretty good grades. All A's in written, practical. Pretty good. B average. I did pretty well in my written exams. And while my practical exam grades still needed work, I had improved greatly considering how bad my grades were at the start. For some reason, Yen keeps avoiding me. Her friends Clara and Denise keep giving me a warning looks as to tell me not to go anywhere near her. I don't intend to anyway. Day 18. I almost gathered enough wood for the cabin. I began to wonder whether anyone had ever trained their one-slash attack as much as I had. Day 20. Our semester break began and I was now able to spend all my day at my camp. When I went to check my snare trap, I found Lucy caught in it, sound asleep. I decided to stop using jerky as bait. Day 27. Belmay, a senior maid of the Ophelis Hall, came to visit and shared a few medicinal herbs and mushrooms with me. She asked how things were going with me and Yen. So I told her I must have done something to Yen, to make Yen upset, but Belle just tilted her head at me. She like, pardon? In other words, I have no idea. Okay. Day 30. One of the pillars I had set up fell over and the exterior wall went tumbling down. I realized that making the joints fit together wasn't enough to make the structure sturdy. This sucks. I ran into Yen and her friends by the bakery in a commercial district. Yen ran away as soon as our eyes met, as usual. Wait, don't tell me. Day 30. Oh, so Clara was kind of figured out, and these still don't know. Okay. Day 37. Ziggs came by to help. Taylor really is a good guy, just like I said. Oh yeah? Good. Things are finally moving along according to the story. Should I put down nails here too? No, leave that empty. That's where I'll put a chimney. How many days are we on? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Day 45? Yep, day 45. Okay. So day 45 looks like we pretty much got the foundation set up. I ain't gonna lie, Ed, I'm gonna be real with you. You probably should have made like at least 4 or 5 bedrooms, because I guarantee you're gonna be having visitors. I promise you, bro. But that would have took too long, so I understand. We can always renovate later. I don't have flooring, and the walls are still drafty. The cabin I made was a crude structure made from nothing but wood logs. It was all the exterior, but it has an exterior wall and a roof. If I close the doors, I can keep bugs out. My boy, like, I got me a house though. New crafted item, log cabin. Construction completed. Your crafting skill has increased. I mean, it's pretty nice though. You know, it's a little 1 bedroom. I finally have a house. And there go Yen. Girl, I know. This is new for her. We gotta give Bae a little time. She gotta work up to it. This is new. It'll be nice once I finish the flooring and walls and add furniture and a fireplace and build a fence around the cabin. I think I'll make a small shed to keep my tools and store firewood too. Oh? This isn't a cat tower, you know. Bro. Hello, Ed. Oh, hi, Yen. What brings you all the way out here? When I stopped by the forest the other day, I visited Master Ed's campsite and saw something quite astounding. Oh, you mean the cabin? How did you know? I saw it in passing. I see. He said that he made it himself, and I was impressed by how well it was made. I didn't expect him to be so handy. I see. I really wanted to go inside and look at it in detail to see just how sturdy it is and such. I thought the same thing, Belle. Of course, I'm only human after all. Anyone would love to take a closer look at a cabin in the woods if they saw it in passing and wonder who made it and how, right? This is an extremely normal and natural response. Extremely normal and natural. Ed, hook up with the girl. Please, hook up with the girl. I was just passing by to see Marilda, and when I saw this cabin, I had to come and take a closer look. Anyone would wonder who built something like this and what it looks like inside if they saw it in passing, right? Right, it's only normal and natural. I guess. Your cabin looks amazing, Ed. I just finished it. Didn't the spirits tell you about it? They did, but they only said they saw it in passing. You know, they didn't say much about it. When he takes off his... Oh! Oh, she got the spirits watching us as we're gonna dress. That's crazy. When he takes off his shirt, the muscles on his back are really prominent. His arm muscles have become more defined. The veins near his clavicle are thicker than the ones on his hand. They just mentioned it, I think. The daily report? Oh, not the nosebleed, yeah, come on. I understand though. I don't talk that much with the spirits to begin with. I wouldn't know much about how you're doing it. Would you like to take a look inside? It's just a log cabin, but still. I know we got to get some lights, some electricity, some plumbing, toilet paper. Got a lot of stuff. Still got to put it in a little kitchen, hot plate and everything. Yes. Wow, you made this all by yourself. And she is still asleep. And don't nobody sleep that damn long, bro. Don't nobody sleep that long. I owe everyone a huge debt. I didn't expect the princess or Lordo to step in and help so much. Some of my friends has offered to lend me money for my tuition too. How do I repay everyone? If you can't, just don't. The idea that you have to repay every single favor is old-fashioned anyway. Wow, I never thought about it that way. That's right, this is what Yen is like. The whole reason things went so far was because she was weighed down by everyone's well-intended expectations, but most people wouldn't realize that. The reason she made the decision to move from the luxurious Ophelis Hall to Dex Hall, the oldest dormitory on campus, despite people offering to to invest in her education, was probably because she didn't want to owe so much. But the students in Ophelis Hall get their own rooms, while each room is shared by at least 8 students in Dex Hall. Having to deal with the admiring gazes of her friends all day long has to be like being chained down in prison. In the end, the root of her problem hasn't been resolved at all. The vicious cycle hasn't been broken.
No more whining. It's time to start acting like a man.
If you ever want to be alone, you can visit anytime.
You're at Piccolo's training camp.
I'll let you be.
Don't rest until we succeed. And we will succeed. Understood? It's time to train.
That's probably the nicest thing anybody ever said to her, probably. That's probably the nicest thing anybody ever said to her. That makes me really happy. Hey Ed, if you ever find yourself in a bind or in need of help, I hope you turn to me. And when you do, Ed, I know you got little broski. You gonna fold. You are gonna fold. Ain't no way you can tell me this man is not gonna fold. Not even a little bit. You telling me this man gonna stay firm throughout? Nah, bro. He gonna come on. How can you not fold? How can you not fold seeing this? I promise to help you. Come on, bro. You gotta fold, fam. A bind, huh? The second semester is about to begin. We're probably getting close to the start of the second act of the game now. The Sage's Sealed Tome. The Great Sage Sylvania's records and celestial magic is known as a very complicated high-level magic that can bend the natural laws of this world. This worn old book is at the center of the incident. It really does look expensive. That sweeps across the whole academy. But thank you for saying that. But that won't be necessary. It won't matter. At least for me. Oh, it's gonna matter. You'll have to go through a lot soon, Taylor. It doesn't have anything to do with me, but it will definitely suck. Good luck. That's what you think. That's what you think. Sylvania's failed swordmaster. Episode 2. The occupation of Ophelis Hall. The students qualified to live in Ophelis Hall are guaranteed a life of luxury. They are given the right to pick their seats before the other students, can have meals whenever they want, and are assigned personal maids The privileges are in a league of their own. This is where trouble breaks out. As the semester break came to a close and it was time for the students to return to campus, a torrential rainstorm swept over the southwestern region of Valor, where Icon Island is located. The Academy provided carriages and boats for the returning students, even allowing them to arrive a few days late without repercussions. But this was limited to the students of Ophelis Hall. The students of Dex Hall, who had to ford through the rain to get to campus and were anxious about arriving late and receiving demerits for it, were so angered by this incident that they finally snapped. Of course, all of this the rain is even worse than I expected. Was planned by a certain merchant, so she planned all of this. The merchant made a contract with William, Is it Willain or Willen? I don't know. The representative of the underachieving students ahead of time. He was intent on exacting his revenge against the Academy and Ophelis Hall. The complaints against the Academy were at an all-time high, as long as the underachieving students and the regular students are given enough of a reason to become enraged. Willen, skilled in instigating a mob and making speeches, would do the rest. The reason already existed. The extreme difference in treatment between the elite students and the regular students who had to walk through the rain to get to campus. The proposition that suggested the elite students of Ophelis Hall be given a grace period of several days to get to the academy. The head maid who governs Ophelis Hall and several other academy's administrators are already on Lordal's side. They will support her proposition without hesitation. At this point, it didn't matter whether or not the Academy would have agreed to the proposition to give the elite students these privileges. The fact that this was even on the table was enough for the regular students to be enraged. The incident had to be as big and noticeable as possible. Did they burn the building down? Numerous works of art that belong to the noble houses and powerful families are displayed in Ophelis Hall. And the wallpaper, carpets, and hardwood furniture were all made by master craftsmen. The more property damage, the better. The best outcome would be for Ophelis Hall to be mostly destroyed altogether. If the enraged students were to go all out, the Academy, already in financial trouble because of the Glaskin incident, would become desperate, which would give the Elk Company a huge advantage in the negotiations. Currently ongoing over the sale of the Sage Seal Tomb. The Sage Seal Tomb is a magic book significant enough to be called the heart of the Academy. Okay. But those at the end of their rope are willing to put something that important on the table. When will the rain stop? I mean, we've seen this like multiple times in like different other series, to where you have the nobles, elites, and all of that stuff get special treatment, and you got the regular normal folk, who aren't nobles or whatever, get treated bad. We've seen this plenty of times. But the fact that they even went so far out of their way and was like, yeah, the nobles or the elite students, they get a grace period to get to class and all of that stuff. Then y'all normal people, y'all gotta get their own time. That's messed up, bro. That is kind of messed up. Like, you couldn't gave everybody a grace period, at least during the weather. Like, bro, that's like, they kind of brought that on themselves. They kind of brought it on themselves, if I have to be honest. Kind of brought it on themselves, if I have to be completely honest. There was no sign of light among the dark clouds. It was just like the sky she had looked up at between the tattered roofs of the slums. She began to feel guilt for how complacent she had felt. There were too many sources of light in this campus of learning, brimishing with hope and idealism. All it did was shine a light on just how much darkness had seeped into her while she had lived in it. The countless schemes strewn across her desk were proof. The traces of someone who never revealed their true thoughts and always sought to trick others and suspect them. She had changed in an effort to adapt and survive, but that didn't change the darkness rooted inside of her. And so, she sought out others like herself, if compelled by something, even as Sylvania, which is filled with bright and hopeful individuals. It was possible that someone would approve the efforts made by a nasty sewer rat. As long as she leaned against this futile hope. How lonely. Her nature would never change. In order to survive this dismal reality, Laurel always used the same strategy. She was always the one covering up the grim truth behind the stage. There was a name for such a person. This is a nice panel though. This is a nice panel. The mastermind. We won't tolerate this treatment any longer. This is a place of learning. We should be treated equally, especially when it comes to our grades. In the original game, the occupation of Ophelis Hall, answer our demands, has to be stopped by the protagonist who has to stop the rioting students instigated by Laurel. Oh no, what's happening? I need to report this to the head maid right away. Several mid-bosses aid the rioting students in getting in the way of the protagonist throughout the 5 floors of Ophelis Hall. Decoy Tote, the mid-boss of the first floor. I'm assuming it's Tote, but I don't know. Let's just go with Tote for now. Y'all let me know. Toad, who made fun of Taylor for failing his classes, was easily won over by Laurel after experiencing a humiliating defeat against Taylor and his friends. His role. What's going on? Who are you? Is to take care of the newbie maid who guards the first floor. Open the doors to Ophelis Hall. And allow the students to rush inside. The doors have opened. Let's get inside. We're not asking for much. We just want to be treated fairly. Let's make our voices heard. Standing in the way of the protagonist and his friends once the other students get inside. The main office is on the 4th floor. Let's occupy all floors and deliver our statement. It's the role of the decoy Tote, mid-boss of the first phase of Act 2. So the person Laurel recruited. Technically, this role, that's right, I'm in charge of guarding the first floor, was supposed to go to... Bro, how did you get yourself in this, Ed? So how did I end up becoming a mid-boss? Nice. You tried to stay out of it. You tried to stay out of it, but couldn't stay out of it, and now you're a mid-boss. Jesus, Ed. Jesus, how did you end up in this situation? How did you get yourself in this situation, bro? I don't even know. That's it for today's video, man. Hope you guys enjoy. You did, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about everything that happened in the comment section below. Also, you guys want to keep up with me, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, links, all of that is in the description as well. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.